Alrighty. There we go. Alrighty. Welcome everybody. Thank you all for showing up this week. I know this week is Thanksgiving and some of us might be traveling or some of us might be trying to get in touch with our family because this is one of the few times in the year where we try very hard to get together with everybody. And it means a lot to me that you guys are here because that shows that you truly believe that you're a part of our little family. So thank you all for being here. So we're going to start off with a Strava update. We're going to talk about our turkey burn-off challenge a little bit. We're going to go into strength education. And then we have a little gift for everybody because as you know, we mentioned last week, we're going on a small hiatus just so our students and us can have time to take our finals, a little time to unwind, and then we're gonna ramp things back up mid-December and then again in January. And then we're gonna go into our rooms and catch up with our families one-on-one, really get to talk about what we're gonna do in this upcoming weeks, try to create a plan to continue to be successful and make sure that we're doing everything we can during this break to help you succeed as well. And I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to Letty for these updates.
Thank you, Chris. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. So, here are some updates for Strava. We have 91 members, so we are so close to our 100 member goal. I am 100.
You're on mute, Letty.
Let me begin from the top. Hello, everyone. Good evening. We have a total of 91 members in Strava in our Journey to Health club, and that brings us so much closer to our 100 member goal by the end of the year. I am certain that we'll be able to get there, so just keep on, inviting people to the program, inviting people to Strava, and then these 91 members have completed a total of 6,636 miles. Based on the map, that is us, that little red dot. If we go up north, we've completely taken over all of Canada, all of Greenland, well, 97% of the way through Greenland. If we go east, we are in Eastern Europe, Finland, Ukraine. If we go like southeast in Africa, we're in Egypt, Sudan. If we go south, we are 100% of the way through South America. That's really cool, and we are inching our way to Antarctica. So pretty soon we'll be running with the penguins. So, gear up. If we go southwest, we have gone through almost all of Australia and Indonesia. If we go completely west, we are halfway across Russia. I mean, it's a large country, so we're getting there. And we're now in China, and we have completely gone through Mongolia and Thailand. So thank you all for participating in those exercises, inputting them. Congratulations to all of you on the leaderboard. There's Josh, Irma, Gary, there's Cindy, there's Tim. Congratulations to all of you. Keep on going and keep on logging those activities. And speaking of activities, we have our challenge number 3 this week. Ta-da-da. We have our turkey burn off. Yes, this Saturday, November 28th at 9 a.m., we have a very special Facebook Live with our very own Arlene and Alex at 9 a.m. So we hope to see you all there. The cool thing about these lives, if you don't wake up or you're busy during that time, you have all day to watch it, all day to participate in it. So I hope you all enjoy the live, enjoy the rest of the lives that we have throughout the week, and I hope to see you there virtually. And I will hand it off to Chris with tonight's education. Thank you.
And just to add off to that, this turkey burn off challenge, the exercise is going to be fun. I did it about 3 times before getting approval for whether it was going to be acceptable or not. And it's going to be a fun one. You're going to sweat. You're going to want to eat more turkey afterwards. And then you're going to take a big old nap. And it's going to be amazing. So get ready for that. Make sure you save some extra turkey for after your exercise because it's really going to help you stay full afterwards. Alrighty. Getting into our education, we're going to be talking about defining the back, talking about the musculature, the type of movements that you can get into with the back muscles. We're going to talk a little bit about the chest, and then we're going to talk about why it's so important to train this as we age. And it's going to cherry pick a little bit off of what we talked about in the last strength education, where we're talking about defining the core and how that's important. So to get into it, the muscles in the back, the most important ones that we tend to train are the trapezius, which is this muscle right here. This goes up towards our neck and down towards our mid back. Then we also have our latissimus dorsi, which is a muscle down towards the lower end of the back, but also comes towards the front of the chest. Then in our chest, we have the pectoralis major, this muscle right here at the crest of our chest. And we also have our deltoid, which covers the shoulder. So what's important is the actions these muscles are responsible for. So in scientific variation, like the trapezius is important for elevation, depression, rotation. And what that means in practical terms of daily living is it's the muscle that helps us tilt and turn our neck. So every time you rotate the neck in any direction, you're using that trapezius. It also helps with shrugging the shoulders. Every time somebody asks you, I don't know, and you respond, I don't know, you're essentially using that muscle. So that's what that is useful for. The latissimus dorsi, again, in scientific terms, is responsible for extension, adduction, and horizontal adduction. And what that means is it helps with the extension of the arm. So when you're bringing your arm back from here down here, you're using your lats. So when you're bringing your arm from a raised position back to a lowered position, those muscles are your lats. When you're bringing your muscles, think about the rowing exercise. Every time we're coming from that down position, bringing our weights up towards our chest, we're working our lats there. So it helps with pushing and pulling. That's why that muscle is so important. Moving into the chest, when we talk about the pectoralis muscle, it's responsible for flexion, abduction, internal rotation. And what that means practically in terms of what the muscle will help you do is the pectoralis major helps you raise your arms. Anytime you move your arms up and down, you're contracting the pecs. It also helps with rotation. So when you rotate your arm internally, bringing that inside, you're using your pecs. Now, lastly, the deltoid, another important muscle in the chest region. It works in tandem with the latissimus dorsi. So this muscle up here works synergistically with this muscle down here. It helps with the elevation of the arm. It helps with rotation of the arm. It's another very important muscle that we tend to underutilize and undertrain because of how small it is. Moving into how you can train these muscles. When we want to train the back, we think about training the latissimus dorsi, the trapezius, and a portion of the deltoid. And what those exercises are is a bent over row, which you can see right here. The individual is bringing the weight from a lowered position just below the knee up to their chest, and we're working that latissimus dorsi muscle. In an upright row or a shoulder press that you see right here in this side, the individual is pressing the weight up. That pressing movement still works the latissimus dorsi, but also engages the deltoid for shoulder support and stability. And in an upright row right here, we see that same pulling motion of bringing a weight up, which will engage the latissimus dorsi and help build strength, your ability to push. Moving into the chest, we see lateral raises or bent over raises as the diagram brings it out. Now this works the pec to a degree, and it also works the deltoid, and it works a different area of the latissimus dorsi, because the way the action of the muscle of bringing your arms out changes depending, because these muscles are so large, you can train them in different aspects with different movements, which is why with the bent over row and the bent over raises, we can continue to train the latissimus dorsi without using that repetitive motion. And the next chest exercise that we're going to talk about is a floor press, which I couldn't find a diagram for, but we tend to do it in our Facebook Lives. Is when you lay down and you mimic a push-up. You bring the weight up and you bring them down to your chest, and then you press the weight back up to the sky. We're working our pecs there. So that'll help us maintain ourselves off the ground when we transition into practicing our push-ups. Moving into something that I felt was just important and to talk about was arm exercises, which would be the bicep curls, the tricep extensions, two other small muscle groups that are very important that help us maintain our stability when we're in a plank position. These are the muscles we use when we're doing our push-ups. And these are muscles that maybe you didn't know you were training, and it's now being brought up to you, or brought to your attention, I should say, because these muscles, they're small, they tend to burn out very quickly, and you don't really think about them. They're just muscles that exist unless they're brought to our attention. So moving into why all of this is so important, strengthening the muscles in your back help with improving your posture. And in this time of coronavirus and everything that we're doing, improving our posture is very important because a lot of us are sitting for X amount of hours each day, each week. Strengthening the back also helps prevent low back pain, or helps reduce low back pain if you already contain this pain. It also helps with securing the stability of the spine. And what I mean by securing stability is every time we talk about bracing your core, bracing the muscles, we talk about getting them into a tense or stiff position, but a tense or stiff position that still allows movement. So with securing stability of the spine, we mean you can brace these muscles for a longer duration of time and avoid injury in the movements you are participating in. So if you were going to rotate, and let's say in the past you've rotated too quickly and now you have low back pain, securing stability of the spine and training the back means that you can continue to rotate without incurring or inducing injury in the low back. Those muscles are getting stronger. They can withstand rotational forces better. This is how we're improving. And it kind of piggybacks off of talking about core stability and core musculature, but we're bringing it more to the attention of how this will transition into your activities of daily living. Now, strengthening the chest also helps improve posture. Like we talked about in defining the core, if we don't train the muscles in our chest, we tend to slouch. Or if we train the chest and ignore the back, we come up and we have a weird S shape in our back. And those are things we want to avoid. So if we were just training the back, we'd be really tall, but then our shoulders would collapse and we'd essentially look in the posture that I'm doing. So strengthening our chest helps open it up. It helps keep us upright. And that's one of the cues we're always giving when we're telling individuals to squat, keep that chest proud and up. We want to make sure you're engaging that musculature because those are muscles that we tend to neglect or not realize that are being used when we're exercising. And overall, training both of these muscles will help you be able to create pushing forces. So God forbid anybody ever fall, but let's say you do happen to sustain some sort of injury where you fall, having a strong back and a strong chest will help you be able to push yourself up and off of the floor, which is one of those things we talk about when we talk to our prep family, that we want to make sure that they have the musculature to be able to push themselves off the floor if that ever happens. So, this may be something that may sound like, oh, this isn't for me, I'm not going to train my chest or my back because, I'm not some athlete who's trying to look big, get a crazy big back that you see in the movies when you think of back training, The Rock. You don't want that definition, and I understand that, but you still have to be able to have enough power and muscular strength to be able to push yourself off of the floor, be able to push something in case you get stuck somewhere. So it's very important. It comes into our activities of daily living without ever really thinking about it. So that's where I'll end that. Does anybody have any questions on the musculature, the actions, different exercises? Anybody at all? If not, I'm gonna go back to sharing my screen so Josh and I can talk about the gift that we have for y'all while we go on this short hiatus. The gift. So the gift is a combination of 2 exercise programs created by Josh and myself. Josh has been very generous in making this really desirable to the eye in the way it looks. And what it is, it's a combination of a running and walking program and a strength training program. So we're really trying to make sure that as our participants, you're getting the full benefit of everything we've been talking about for the last 6 months. You know, we've been talking to you about the importance of endurance training, the importance of mobility and stability, the importance of strength training. So Josh and I went out and we created this comprehensive program that'll not only get you training for walking, but also get you training for strength and mobility as you embark on this small journey by yourself with the help of your accountability partners. Josh, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yes. So this is a PDF document that's going to be emailed to all of you tomorrow morning. So you'll have access to both. We're going to be attaching both a Spanish copy as well as an English copy. They're exactly the same thing. As Chris said, this is a tandem of an aerobic component, the walking, leading up to walking, running, but your accountability partners can adapt it to whatever your needs are. So if running isn't your emphasis, then we can modify that to maybe a fast walk. So, you know, walking more leisurely, going into a brisk walk, what have you. And then you're supplementing this with that couch to strength program. There is a total of 16 weeks worth of content. The first 4 weeks is a preparatory phase where for the aerobic component, it's strictly walking. It's just getting you to those 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity, something that most, if not all of you should be doing or have already doing. But if you're not, then you can follow into that prep week or that prep phase. So it's 4 weeks, and then there's 12 weeks of the actual program itself where we're going to progress you so that you can improve and see your progress throughout those 12 weeks. Now, the nice thing about this program, and again, your accountability partners will walk through with you a little bit more in depth, is that this program is recyclable. So if at the end of the 16 weeks, you're all done, let's say you start from your prep week, then you can go back to week 1. You don't have to do that prep phase anymore unless you want to. And you can keep doing the program over and over again. But with the help of your accountability partner, they will be able to progress it and modify it as needed. So this is a very kind of base program that you'll work with your accountability partner in achieving your goals and getting that balance between not just the aerobic component, but also that strength component. So be on the lookout. This will be sent out just like how we do our Monday emails. You'll be receiving this tomorrow morning. And then our instructors will be reaching out to you next week after the holidays to walk you through the program. And there's also the instructor competency that we've been going through. So all of our instructors have gone through a competency exam to ensure that they know all the exercises and can demonstrate and help you execute those exercises as well. Other than that, are there any questions related to this program?
I have a question.
Yes.
On the prep week 1, what does it say day 1 and then day 3? There's no day 2. I don't see it.
So day 2 are just rest days. So I omitted it from the weekly thing. the weekly sheet just so that it could all fit on one page. So it's only really focusing on the days that you're going to be exercising. That day 2 is just going to be rest. However, your accountability partners are going to talk to you about what a rest day means, because we still want to be proactive during our rest days, doing, the foam rolling, doing the stretches, doing the yoga, the things that aren't very light intensity can be done on those rest days, that it's going to help speed up that recovery process, make you feel better, so that when you do hop into day 3, you're all ready to go.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? All right. Oh, Beth.
Sorry, I just couldn't get myself off mute. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify the exercises. We're going to get demonstrations from who's going to be showing us, because I don't know half of what these are. I don't. It's all new to me.
Yeah, those will be done by your accountability partners. So they're going to set up. They're going to work with you on a schedule that is both suitable for them as well as you, so that they can run through all of these exercises, whether this is a one-on-one Zoom with you and your accountability coach, or maybe it's all of whoever else your accountability coach is working with. All of you are in the same room, and they will get you through each of these exercises and ensure that you're doing them correctly. And if there's confusion on how to read the sheet, you'll also have your coaches for you there.
Okay, great.
Any other questions? All right, then. Be on the lookout for the email. Chris, if you want to proceed.
I don't know if you got them ready, but it's time for our breakout rooms. If you want to go ahead and start that. Awesome.
So hop on in, everybody.
Form of physical activity where it's walking or anything, just to get yourself moving after that. And remember, we have our turkey burn off the following Saturday. So don't feel bad when you eat your food and enjoy it. Don't give yourself a guilt trip. It's Thanksgiving. Okay, family?
One bad day is not going to derail your entire progress. Just keep continuing on, and I'll get better as we go through.
Yes, motivate. We're here for you. We are all in this together. I know Letty loves when I say that.
All righty, everybody. Really quickly before we head out, I do want to share a new resource that we do have on our website. For those of you that are unaware yet, we did create a new partnership with a group called the Movement Network. They are a pro bono physical therapy service. So they offer free physical therapy, and they've extended their services to all of our 3 Wins Fitness participants, meaning all of you. So we did update our website to reflect or to show how you can access their services. So right now I'm on our 3 Wins Fitness website. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So actually I'll start at the home page. So we'll come here to our home page. From here, if you go to programs under that 365 Journey to Health, you'll see in red new the Movement Network. Subscribe to our mailing list if you haven't already. Programs, the Movement Network, click on there. And then from here, we'll have a brief information of what to expect with an appointment with the Movement Network. You can click on the link here. It'll take you to their homepage. You can click on this icon here. It'll do the same thing, but this is their website on how to, giving information about their program, what they do, why they do it, so on and so forth. But you all are already here, so you're already registered, but you will need to be a registered participant with 3 Wins Fitness to gain access to their services. But at the bottom, you'll go here, since you all are registered and subscribed, you'll click here, book an appointment. And then this will take you to their appointment request form. So you fill out your information. You will need to create a login information. You'll sign up to log in. And then from there, there'll be some next steps. They'll confirm that you're a 3Wins participant. And then from there, they'll schedule you an appointment. I believe Irma here has already done an appointment with them. She talked about it in our family, the program family, said it was very easy, very insightful. She said it was even better than her own primary physician appointment. So those of you that need it or have any lingering aches, pains, what have you, if you're struggling with this, talk with your accountability partner. They can help you and walk you through these steps, but do please utilize this resource. The physical therapies from the Movement Network, they're waiting for you. They want you to come see them. They want to help you, and they want to see you proceed and progress in the route that you want to go so that you can complete this journey and continue being active. You're not alone, right? I mean, I know we all have our little setbacks. We all have this contemplation whether we're improving or not. That was one of the topics that was discussed in our family. You know, it's hard to gauge. And so I encourage all of you, when you're not with your accountability partner, if you have a journal log, start writing things down. Start taking notes of when did you start experiencing some discomfort or pain, or when did you start feeling better? You know, use Strava, use that as your virtual log. Start tracking your progress and your steps week in and week out. And then you can talk with your accountability partner, and they can get a better image of what your journey is like. And that will better also facilitate you both physically and mentally. You can look back. If there's doubt that you're progressing, look back. In 30 minutes, I only covered 2 miles, and now I'm at 2.5 miles, right? It's the little battles that we do win that do make a huge difference and kind of keep us motivated. So use the resources that we have. Don't hesitate to ask if you do have questions.
If you have a problem with the logging into the Movement Network, just send us a message to the info@3wins.com. That's it, right?
Yep.
Info@3wins.com if you have a problem logging in, and we can get you a more direct way to do it, but it should be fine. And the second thing is, we're going to give you this gift of the Strength and the Aerobics program. Do not get overwhelmed by it. Josh has done a great job, along with Chris, of providing you the calendar, but sometimes when you see the whole calendar, you think you take a quick look and I don't even know what these exercises are. Our instructors have all been tested. They know what they are. They should be communicating with you. That said, it's possible that they're not doing their job. If you haven't been, we'll set up expectations, and you'll know them by the 15th when we meet again, of how often the instructors should contact you. And if you have questions, you can communicate back and forth. If you aren't getting that, you got to let us know. Okay? It is really honor system and professionalism that we expect them to do their job. And if they aren't doing their job, we need to know. Know that if you let us know, they're not going to get in trouble. They're not going to be penalized. Doesn't affect their grade. We'll just have a conversation. That's all. Okay? But do take advantage of that strength program, because if you do it, and you're all getting older, right? We are all getting older. And as you do, you have to maintain that strength. And it will be easier to maintain than it will be to attain. So let's get you there this first time, and then you just stay there. Just stay there. So check it out tomorrow. Don't get overwhelmed. It's like opening up your math book and you say, I've never seen this kind of stuff before. It's true, you haven't, but we will guide you through it.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you, everybody. Have a safe holiday break, holiday Thanksgiving, whatever you're celebrating or not celebrating. Enjoy the days off. Stay safe, stay healthy, drink your water. and we will see you all December 15th.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Have a good night.
Thanks, everyone.
Good night.
Happy Thanksgiving.